now, ladies and gentlemen, here he presents himself for Warsaw Control in the style of the great Mr. Libretti.
My goodness, you're getting me right from the beginning. His mom was I didn't know anything about him, and there was nothing in the records, and so I wrote to the state to find out what was about Gary and why all of his problems. And I got the birth certificate back, and his mom was an editor and publisher, and she did a lot with the Pittsburgh Press, and she had written several books, and she was the editor for his father was a screenwriter in Hollywood. I was teaching independent living and basic education. Somebody came in and donated the church an old church organ, and the director put it behind my desk. And so the very first morning, he came in, rushed in, and he played. And I was absolutely astounded because I had no idea of his talent. So I said, "Gary, you can play this." He said, "Yes." I said, "You play piano too?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Who taught you?" He said, "I listen and I remember."
Gary Ahearn and Paul Keene are two of the most remarkable musicians you will ever see perform. They're remarkable for what they've had to overcome and for what they've been able to achieve.
41-year-old Gary Ahearn plays nearly a dozen musical instruments. Astounding, considering by most conventional tests, he functions at the level of a 7-year-old. For 20 years, he was closeted in board and care homes with no musical training until 4 years ago.
He has Prader-Willi syndrome, a condition that makes it almost impossible for him to communicate. He has trouble speaking. He does not read music. And yet he can play piano concertos by Rachmaninoff from memory.
Make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you
The performers range in age from 26 to 41, but those who know them still call them kids. It's easy to see why. They are affectionate, creative, fun-loving, and quick to smile.
They're very unique. Just like anybody else, I mean, they all have their own personalities. They all have their little quirks, and they all have their likes and dislikes. It's interesting getting to know them as individuals.